talked a lot about how your team has just sort of kept going and kept going. You got through late second with the penalty kill, early third with the continuation of it. You seem to be in control of this game for almost all of it, even though it was 0-0. Is that a fair read?
Yeah, I thought it was one of our better games we've played, offensively and defensively. I thought both teams defended really well. We end up, I think the last two periods, give them 4 or 5 chances. Thing I liked about it is the penalty kill was really important. I just liked our patience. We didn't get itchy when we weren't scoring. I thought Bob played really well. And we just stayed. We just kept our patience, and took us longer than the 60, but we find a way to win.
Given that, did you get momentum off that penalty kill, or was it just status quo and you just kept playing the same way right on through?
It was an important kill. To me, the way we were killing the first part of it at the end of the period, I wish we had more time in that period to keep killing, because we had them. And for the break to come and then they had it again, it was to our disadvantage, but we did a really good job when we started the third. I think it's one of our better overall games. It certainly wasn't played as a 0-0 game by either team. I'm happy on all facets of the game. Our power play had some chances, and we find a way.
Obviously, there's good stuff going on all around him, but New Year's Eve and tonight, Merzlikins has gone toe-to-toe with the great goaltender like Bobrovsky and beaten him twice. What does that say about a first-year NHL goaltender and his ability to handle
I don't get too interested in that stuff. I just want him to, it doesn't matter who we're playing, I just want him to keep focusing on trying to get better. I thought he had some good puck movements tonight. Again, he wasn't that busy in the second and third period. That's a hard game to play. When you're not that busy, then you get a chance or two. So I thought his concentration was good. I don't buy into that stuff as far as Bob, him. I don't know. That's for you guys to write about. It's another game that he needs to be good. He needs to get ready to play his next game.
John, I know that guys knew the kind of talent that Elvis had, at the beginning of the season. But this stretch that he's had without Corpy, how much confidence do you think the guys have gotten with this goaltender in particular, with some of the stuff that he's been?
Well, I think both of them work off one another. I think he feels very confident how the team's playing in front of him, which has been real good, and he has made key saves at key times. That's where I think his game has grown, is when he's not busy or there's just a lull in our game, he keeps us there and makes a key save at a key time. But like I said, I'm not going to jump up and down with pom-poms here. He has to continue. I worry about you guys with this here, because it isn't the Elvis story here. It's a team game. And all I want him to do is just keep on preparing himself to play each and every game.
John, just you're rolling those 3 sets of defensemen all the way through. 4 minutes left in the game, something like that. Harry and Nudie are out there. You just had, those guys were playing well enough that it didn't matter in the final minutes. You weren't going to cut down to 4 guys.
Yeah, it comes to matches too, which you're focusing on what's the future lines coming up, and but they played well. I thought Harry and Nudie had one shift where they turned it over and they ran around a little bit. But yeah, we tried to use the whole bench. I cut back, although they probably had one of their better shifts, their last shift, max line, in the third period. But 3 or 4 minutes left, I went with the 3 lines. But I thought our back end, I thought our support coming back with our back pressure allowed our D to stay up in the neutral zone tonight. And I thought that was a key against a really good offensive team. Barkov or no Barkov, they have some really good offensive players. I thought we did a really good job in the neutral zone.
Pierre-Luc had that stretch in the third period. There was like 2 or 3 shifts in the third period where he just looked dominating. Are you seeing more of that from him, sort of the get behind me boys kind of shifts this year than in maybe his first couple?
Well, I think he's been inconsistent this year up until the last 4 or 5 games as far as how hard he competes. I think he's brought it to another level. The Winnipeg game, I think, was our last game before the break. I thought it was one of the stronger games I've seen him play. And since then, I think he him and I kind of talked a little bit after the break via text, and I think he's found a way to keep that standard of how he competes. In the third period, and maybe you guys didn't even notice it, it wasn't an offensive play. He bowled himself out of the corner defensively. I think it was within the last 2 minutes of the game. Held on to the puck and just beat a guy out of the corner to get us out of our end zone. Those are things he has the ability to do. As long as he's focused and prepared to compete the level that he should be competing at every night.
The poise that you guys showed right after the disallowed goal, sometimes that can get a team worked up where they think that goal should have counted.
Should have.
Well, okay.
Bob shrugs. You know how Bob makes those. He shrugs.
Right.
I thought Bob played it really well, though. He went right to the ref right after. And Cam did hit his glove.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure Bob's making that save with his glove, even if Cam doesn't hit it. He shrugs sometimes when he plays goal. And I didn't mean to interrupt your question.
No. You gave me already more answer than I thought. But then after that, where you obviously clearly thought you should have had a goal there, just about your business, to use your phrase.
We were talking about it while they were looking at it. Just no matter what happens, I said the power play, get ready. If it goes our way, if not, let's just go out and play. And we weren't bothered by it. It was just getting ready for our next shift.
I'm Bob McElligott, joined by Jody Shelley to get his take on tonight's game.
0-0 after 60, and what a game it was. And really it was entertaining. There was mistakes. There was a lot of I thought Florida pushed early with their stretch plays. The Blue Jackets weren't settled in. And then it became a defensive battle. At the end of the day, I mean, Zach Werenski gets the puck in overtime and puts it past his old buddy, Sergei Bobrovsky. That's 2 game winners for Zach Werenski against Florida and Sergei Bobrovsky. Excuse me, that feels good.
Choked up over this win, aren't you?
I'm really choked up. What a game. I mean, I love the way the Blue Jackets just find ways to win, and that's really what their mantra is about. Say what you want, talk about it however you want. Every night it's a new hero. They find a way to get it done. The goaltender does not have to be spectacular, but when it's critical time, he makes the save. The huge penalty kill in the third period at the end of the second and into the third created momentum, and that was a pivotal point of this game. They got through that, and then you could just tell the next goal wins. And they played it right till the end, and the goal that came off of Zach Werenski's stick for this team that is on a heck of a run, and I don't know when it's going to stop, but I don't feel like it's going to stop anytime too soon because no worry from any of the players. They're confident. Guys like Riley Nash stepped up in big face-off moments. Guys like Boone Jenner. It was a complete team effort, and was it fun to watch.
Here in the Blue Jackets dressing room with Zach Werenski. Zach, it almost looked like you got to a point where you said enough is enough. Let's just take care of this and get it over with. What did you see as you were coming out of the corner with the puck there?
Yeah, their guy kind of went towards the blue line. I think he thought I was going to go there, so I had some space. First, I saw Cam kind of backdoor, and both guys went to him, so it gave me some room to walk out. And I think maybe he was kind of playing Cam a little bit, the goalies, and found a short side opening and just put it in.
You've had some great success against Sergei Bobrovsky in the last 2 games, 4 goals in 2 games against him. He's a guy you shot on a lot, obviously, in practice the last couple of years. Any advantage with that?
I don't know. I think it's mostly just opportunity and bearing down on my chances. He's a hell of a goalie, and I don't think there's really any advantages. It's just, when I get my chances, I'm finding ways to score against them, and it's been working for me.
Did you guys ever feel like you weren't in control of this game? Because even though there were no goals, it seemed like you were.
Yeah, I think we felt really good tonight. We expect to win hockey games right now, and I think that whole game, even though we weren't scoring, it was a little frustrating. I thought we played well and found a way to get it done in overtime.
Everybody talked about having that long break and coming back from that, but all of a sudden you have to come out and play 3 games in 4 days. By the time you get to that third one, not is it time for another long break, but do you feel it after the third game?
No, right now is a lot of fun playing hockey. It's kind of that playoff mode, that second season in the year. We got to start winning some games, and our fans were great tonight. It was a lot of fun playing here. So I don't think we, thanks, Coach. So I don't think I think we all feel pretty good right now. That break was really good, and we feel really good.
You always get that kind of congratulations from Torts after a game like that?
I wasn't expecting that, so I don't usually get those from him.
Thanks. Yeah. Zach Werenski talking with us here in the Blue Jackets dressing room. And he, of course, had the game winner come over and listening to the captain, Nick Foligno.
Fun game tonight, 3 and 4, and find a way to get it done.
Nick, what kind of juice did you get out of that penalty kill at the end of the second, beginning of the third?
Oh, it's big. I mean, I thought our units did a great job of really not giving them too many great looks, and I think the momentum kind of came back on our side after that, and kind of got our game going. You could see it, and could have had probably a couple goals in that third period, and Z finds a way to get a big one for us in overtime to win it.
You guys always put an emphasis on the forecheck, but tonight in particular, with a team that wanted to just get up and run, how important was it to keep them bottled up in their defensive zone?
Absolutely. I mean, that's our strength, and it frustrates teams. I mean, when we can forecheck, when we can smother teams and not let them get to their especially that team, they like to score goals. They can score goals, and I thought we did a great job of trying to make them play defense. And when we do that, we're now hungry and confident and have the puck on our sticks and making great plays. And I thought we did a lot of that tonight.